There are two kinds of people in the world. Some rise each morning feeling full of energy, and those who wake up with a heavy sense of dread. We each know which category we fall into, but have you ever wondered why? What's the real difference between these two experiences? What separates the people who seem to find meaning and fulfillment from those who feel trapped in a cycle of monotony and emptiness? Carl Jung, the renowned psychiatrist, once concluded that over a third of his patients didn't suffer from any mental disorder at all, but rather from a lack of meaning or purpose in their lives. Similarly, Viktor Frankl, a Jewish psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, observed that when an inmate in Auschwitz lost their sense of purpose, they wouldn't survive more than a day or two. What does this tell us? The purpose is the very thing that sustains us, and it's the force that gives life depth and significance. It's the reason we get out of bed each morning. Without it, we're merely drifting through life with no clear direction, destination, or meaning. When life becomes directionless, it becomes dull, repetitive, and void of excitement. Philosopher Paul Tillich called this existential state the anxiety of life. It's the internal discomfort, the gnawing feeling that something is missing, yet you're not quite sure what it is. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever wondered why life sometimes feels like it's missing a key ingredient, even when, on the surface, everything seems fine? So what's the answer to this emptiness? Many of us think that following society's roadmap, finishing school, getting a good job, pursuing our passions, settling down, raising a family, and making good money will give us purpose. While these are essential milestones in life, can they truly define our purpose? What happens if these things don't work out the way we hope? Or, perhaps a more unsettling question, what happens if they do? What then? Will you still feel fulfilled, or will there be a lingering sense of what's next? Some people try to sidestep the whole idea of purpose altogether, convincing themselves that it doesn't exist. Instead, they attempt to fill the void with temporary distractions, pleasures, indulgences, and excessive consumption. But deep down, we all know this strategy is fleeting. These distractions lose their appeal quickly, and the haunting questions grow louder as we age. What is my purpose? How do I break free from the anxiety of life? Is there something deeper I should be pursuing? Archbishop Fulton Sheen offers two powerful solutions. The first, help someone today. Who is your neighbor? It's anyone nearby who is struggling, the poor, the lonely, the sick, the stressed, the heartbroken, the worn out, the depressed, the hungry, the lost, the addicted. In reality, at some point we're all that neighbor. When we're stuck in life's anxiety, we become trapped in our own heads, consumed by our personal struggles. The quickest way out is to shift our focus outward and serve others. In helping others, we find meaning beyond ourselves. Have you ever noticed how fulfilling it feels to be there for someone in need? That's purpose in action. The second solution: be open. Just like our phones constantly receive signals from all around, we too have an innate ability to connect to something greater. But many of us have let our internal antennas atrophy over time. Our lives are so saturated with distractions, technology, and noise that we can no longer pick up on the signals that matter, the signals from the universe, from a higher power, from within ourselves. Yet these signals are always there, raining down on us constantly, even as we speak. The key is to open yourself up to receiving them, to be receptive to an encounter with something larger than yourself. It doesn't matter who you are, your mistakes, or how far away you feel, you're not too distant to connect. You might think, okay, helping others makes sense, but why do I need this second step? The whole God thing makes me uncomfortable. But here's the reality. If the first step is about loving your neighbor, the second is about establishing a lasting connection with love itself, with the very source of love. This is the ultimate purpose. It's the mother of all purposes that embraces and elevates all the smaller purposes we pursue in life. And here's the crucial insight. Purpose we cannot simply think our way into. It's not something we can rationalize or intellectualize through endless contemplation. Purpose is something we discover through action. When we step into our purpose, it's not that we find our purpose finds us. Through doing and living fully, we become aligned with the more profound meaning that is always waiting for us. What if this is the moment to stop waiting and start doing? What if your purpose is waiting for you to take that first step? Could today be the day you finally begin to break free from the anxiety of life?